junior doctors, that's pretty much anyone up to consultant or GP level, are not known for revolting. They'd say they're too tired. But they're revolting now, after the government said it would impose a new contract on them. Such is the strength of feeling that this weekend the Junior Doctors Committee will meet here at the British Medical Association to discuss their next step, and that will include whether they should take strike action. But they are not alone. Channel 4 News has now seen a private letter sent from the president of many of the Royal Colleges to the Health Secretary, also expressing their concern. And in this letter they say that there are wide-ranging implications in this contract for the future of medicine and the future of patient care as a whole. The BMA says, and some of this is disputed by the government, that under the contract a normal working week would be reclassified from Monday to Friday 7 to 7 to Monday to Saturday 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So evenings and Saturdays would be paid at the standard rate. The GP training supplement to lure them into the profession, the BMA says that will go, reducing pay by 1/3. And incremental pay rates may be lost if a junior takes time out for maternity leave, works part-time or does academic work.
Regularly, I'm meant to do a 13-hour shift and I'll stay 15, 16 hours, and I'll do that because I love my patients, because I'm not going to leave them if they are vulnerable medically or if they're distressed psychologically. We give and we give and we give, and we keep on doing that because we are caring, compassionate people and we want to make a difference.
But now Rachel Clark is having grave doubts about her future because she would be hit hard by this new contract. For instance, Dr. Clark wants to be a haematologist but would lose pay because she often works late nights and Saturdays. She'd also lose her incremental pay because she took maternity leave and works part-time. In fact, the loss could be at least 30% of her salary. There's concern too that under this contract, the financial penalties imposed on employers for overworking juniors would go.
I have been in tears about this contract, and so have some of my colleagues, because we love our jobs, we love our patients, and we want to stay in this country working in the NHS, and we feel as though we're being stamped on and we're being given no alternative. We're at breaking point.
There is a sense of that despair too when you talk to Paige Barrows, because suddenly she's not sure if she can afford to pursue her chosen specialty. Paige Barrows is in her second year postgraduate and wants to be a GP, but fears the trainee supplement will go. Her loss with the new contract could again be 30% of her salary.
Without doubt, every friend of mine from medical school, every colleague that I work with is completely up in arms about this new contract and the implications for patients, patient safety, as well as our own well-being. And I think it's good that people are trying to make their voices heard.
NHS employers say the contract to start next August is to improve pay conditions and training and won't penalise women, for instance, for taking maternity leave or working part-time.
We don't want to stop anyone from coming into medicine. We do, however, need to have a pay system that fits with the government's aspirations for pay that's linked to taking on responsibility. Clearly, the challenge to us as an employer is to make sure that actually we can support women to complete their training in the same time as men. And if we have to make adaptations to help other career paths as well, then we're really interested in talking to the BMA about what ideas they have to help us do that.
Yet the letter to Jeremy Hunt from the presidents of 9 Royal Colleges and the Faculty of Intensive Care Medicine shows that concern is being felt throughout the medical profession. There is no sign, though, that the BMA is ready to go back to the negotiating table.
We need concrete assurances that our concerns will be met. We have concerns about safeguards related to safe working hours, about the implications on recruitment and retention within the NHS, and about the implication of working antisocial hours. We need these concerns to be met in order for us to re-enter negotiations.
And before she left for her next shift, Rachel Clark made one more point.
Every single member of the public now will find, instead of a reasonably well-motivated doctor, you have someone who's broken, who's too tired to think straight, and yet they have your life in their hands. So I believe this contract more than anything, is dangerous for my patients, and I think it's dangerous for our NHS.